Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Doreen Naluze, and today I'm going to share my entire acne journey, the ups, the downs, and everything I tried to finally get a clear skin. Trust me, I have been through it all. Been through it all. When I say through it all, I have been through it all. Yeah, and from doxycycline to contraception to chemical pills to retinol and finally Accutane. I'll be sharing my raw unfiltered experience with pictures so that you can see how the skin got worse before it got better. And if you're struggling with acne, I totally get how frustrating it is. But don't worry, you're not alone. Hopefully, my story helps you figure out what might work for you. So, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's get into it. Yeah, let's get into it. So, um, my acne started around 16 years of age when I was 16. And at first, I thought it was just a phase, that will go, right? But then it got worse. I tried everything, over the counter product, changed my diet, drank tons of water, but nothing really worked. Eventually, I went to a dermatologist and they prescribed doxycycline. This is an oral antibiotic. I took doxycycline for 2 months, and at first, my skin seemed to improve, yeah. But after a while, my acne came back. Then my doctor suggested contraception, that is to regulate my hormones. I was hesitant, but my skin was still breaking out, and I didn't want to rely on birth control. To be sincere, I didn't do the birth control. So that's when I decided to go for the chemical peel. Yeah. And this was alongside the retinol. So the chemical peel was made of salicylic acid. Yeah. And these treatments really helped because they exfoliated my skin and they gave me some temporary relief. Yeah. I got temporary relief, but the acne always came back. It was like a never ending cycle. And honestly, it was exhausting. It was really exhausting. Yeah. So at this point, I was really desperate. I was tired of covering my skin with makeup, feeling insecure, trying new products that didn't work. So, after a long talk with my dermatologist, I decided to start Accutane. But before I could even begin, I had to do blood workups. That is, I had to check my cholesterol and liver function. But also, because Accutane has teratogenic effects, teratogenic effect means that it can cause serious birth defects if you get pregnant on it. Yeah. So I was required to be on contraception. I'll be honest, starting Accutane was scary because I had heard about all the side effects: the dry skin, the joint pain, the mood swings. But to be sincere, at this point, I was willing to try anything to get my skin together. So let's talk about what it was like being on Accutane for 6 months. Yeah, for 6 months I was on Accutane. Month one, I have some pictures for you. And in month one, and this is day one, in month one, my skin got worse, like really bad. It is called the purging phase, where the acne under the skin comes to the surface. And it's so hard not to pick at it. Clearly, you see when it pops out. That was day one. Look at day seven. That is a week into Accutane. Clearly, it was getting worse. And then by day 14, some of it had cleared, but I had those big pimples that had come out that I didn't even have before. Yeah. And they had some bit of pus in them. So I was always tempted to pick on them. But it's not good to pick because it causes scars and then it slows your recovery process. Yeah. That was on day 14, day 21. Yeah. So day 21, those are like 3 weeks into it. Clearly, I was hydrating. You can say I was putting some oil on my face as well. So, that's end of the first month. It looked like really good now. The end of the first month looked like things were getting better. I was a bit happy. Yes, I really had a dry skin. And by the time I entered the second month and third month, the lips were so dry. I carried Vaseline everywhere. I also noticed that my skin was super sensitive and I couldn't use any harsh skincare. Yeah. So it got really worse at week 5. Everything came out, still in the purging phase. Yeah, you see, I got bigger pimples than I had initially, right? And then, boom, week 7, that's almost at the end of the second month. So the worst month was the second one because it had a lot of pimples coming out into the surface and they were really big. But by the end of the second month, the pimples were gone. I don't remember actually having a breakout after the second month at all. So through the fourth and fifth month, I started seeing real improvement. The breakouts slowed like really down, almost none. My scars began to fade. My skin texture looked smoother. Actually, people were asking me, what are you using? Because I was glowing. Clearly, you can see at 5 months. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was unable to get more pictures. I'm not a picture person. Yeah, I've really looked for pictures. This is 2017. I've really looked for pictures and I couldn't find. I don't think the camera did justice because I vividly remember what my skin looked like. Yeah. And yeah, so it looked way smoother. Then by month 6, my skin was finally clear. For the first time in years, I didn't have to worry about waking up to new breakouts. So I had a motivation. That is it. This is my graduation day. Clearly, I'm wearing makeup, but could the makeup really sit well if I didn't have a smooth skin? I don't think so. So my motivation was my graduation day. I was like, I'm not going to get to my graduation with pimples. I was like, I need to have a very clear skin. I need to have. I think. I think. I think Accutane did me justice for my at least graduation picture, didn't it? Yeah, I really think it did. Yeah. So the biggest question could have been, was Accutane worth it? Now that I finished Accutane, here is my honest verdict. It was 100% worth it for me. It wasn't an easy journey, but if you are struggling with persistent acne and nothing else has worked, I could definitely recommend talking to your dermatologist about Accutane. Yeah. Of course, everyone's experience is different, and Accutane is not for everyone. That's why you need to visit a dermatologist. But for me, it was life changing. Yeah, it was life changing. And here are my final thoughts and advice before we get to the end of the video. If you're watching this and you're struggling with acne, please know that you are not alone. I know how frustrating and emotional it can be, but there is hope. Here are my top acne tips. First and foremost, be patient. Acne treatment takes time. Please be patient. Don't pick on your skin. It makes scarring worse and also elongates your recovery time. Okay? Moisturize and wear sunscreen. Yeah, your skin needs that hydration, even if it's the oil that you're going to use, but let it be hydrated, right? And I always recommend that you talk to your dermatologist. They can help you find the right treatment. Yeah. Now that now I want to actually hear from you. Have you tried any of these treatments? What worked for you? Let's chat in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, yeah, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more female struggle content because this channel will be about female struggle content. So turn in your notifications so you don't have to miss them. Let me know if you have anything specific on those topics that you could want us to discuss. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.